Hello, you guys. Get that out of the throat. Welcome to a video blog of my podcast, The Other Side of the Bed. This is your girl, Singled Out. And so, excuse me, I wanted to share with you all a dream I had the other night. Um, one of the things I do on the podcast is discuss. Well, let me make sure this give me a wig right, y'all. Give me a wig right. I like to try to make sure sugar mama straight. And so, one of the things I wanted to always do when it comes to the Other Side of the Bed podcast is discuss those things that I think are important to singles, from past discussions, current feelings, whatever it may be that we as singles go through, from our own individual um, journey to those that I share with other people, or they discuss with me or share with me, just anything in regards to a single season. I don't care if it's been 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, 20 years, whatever the case may be, at any age, being single in a relationship focused world can sometimes be difficult. And I have been graced with the ability to go through it well. And I am so tremendously grateful to God for that. It has been a blessing beyond words. And so, what is up with my hair, y'all? So, anyway, the other night, I woke up out of my sleep. I'm not sure what time it was. I normally get up around 6, maybe 5 or 6 a.m. And this time, though, y'all, I woke up and it was a bit of it was a dream mixed a little bit with a nightmare, right? And so I was in a parking deck and we were all definitely going somewhere, and I think it was about 3 people including me. And so it was a guy in front of me and then it was someone behind me. And so I noticed the guy behind me, he kind of kept almost like he was admiring me, to a point. Can't tell you anything about him, whatever the case may be. So I think we were in what was like an airport parking deck. And so it seemed kind of high tech because we were headed towards this stairwell. And so I see the guy, behind me, kind of, I'm watching him, kind of watching me, just kind of following myself, or being cautious of my surroundings, rather. And I'm watching him, and we get to this stairwell, which was a steel stairwell. But you guys, we get to it, and the first guy goes up, he does his thing. But I notice it, and although I'm next, I couldn't go up the steps. I got to it, and I'm a small person, y'all. I'm a tiny person, but even in my dream, I didn't feel that I could fit up the steps. I was too afraid. I was like, I'm carrying all of this luggage. I am I'm like, I'm not gonna fit, nor is my luggage. So I'm like looking at the dude behind me. I'm like, no, 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 you go ahead, right? And so I was just like, I was really I was scared. I mean, I can't deny it, I was scared. And then when I woke up out of the dream slash nightmare, I recognized that I have held my own self prisoner from a lot of things. I have stopped myself from elevating and going places that I needed to go because of fear. Um, and sometimes it's a justified fear, but most of the time it is just a self-inflicted fear. Because I'm a tiny person. The luggage, although it was probably the same size as the other 2 guys, and they went up it just fine and without hesitation. So to me, there were so many messages in that I stopped myself, that I have stopped myself from elevating in places that I know I should have gone, that would have allowed me to soar, but because I was afraid that I didn't fit, I wouldn't move. And so I say that to say to you, don't be afraid to move forward, regardless of whether or not you think it's going to fit. It was made for you. It was created for you. And every time I think of the dream, I'm like, Lord, those steps were made just for me. But I allowed myself to be stopped because of my fear. I allowed myself to think that the baggage I was carrying was too big, it was too much, and that it was too much to handle. And because I would have to do my part to know how to navigate it, that I just couldn't do it at all, when in fact you'd already laid the steps and ordered them before me. Come on, Lord, you ordered my steps, and yet I was too afraid to take them. Don't do that to yourself. Please don't do that to yourself. Please, 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 for the love of God, don't do that to yourself. Not in your dreams or in your reality. So if there is anything that I would say to you, my sisters, my brothers, my single people, live and live to the fullest. Take every step. Don't be afraid. And if you have to, do it scared. We hear that phrase all the time, do it scared. Whatever it is, just do it. And I think of that dream when I need to move forward in some things, because I've had so much going on, a lot of things physically, a lot of things mentally, a lot of things emotionally, and a lot of things spiritually, that it has literally stopped me in my tracks. It's literally stopped me in the pursuit of things, and it's held me hostage in a state that was debilitating. My last podcast episode literally said that I've held myself hostage. I just said it about a minute or two ago, and I have. Like, I've made my own self a prisoner in my own luxury hell, if you want to say, because I don't dare disregard what it means to be an actual prisoner. I do prison ministry, so I've seen, some of the locations, and to the ladies that are there and the men that are there, I don't endure half of what they do. So, I mean that from a point of me putting my own self in a bondage that I didn't have to be in. And if you're there, if you've done that to yourself, free yourself and allow God to free you. And these last couple of days, I have been trying to walk in that. And I am so grateful that by His grace and by His mercy and by His love and His will, He has done that. By the encouragement of other people, the people that surround me, that support me, that are there for me, from family and friends. You've been amazing. You've encouraged me, and I thank you for that. So that's another thing. Surround yourself with people that are going to support you. Not enable you, but support you. And I am so grateful for the people that show me compassion, that give me constructive criticism, and that show me support, that pray for me and cover me, that lift me. And I mean, there are so many, and I am so thankful for that. It is just a blessing beyond words. So I share that with you to say that if you were stopped at the bottom step, I want you to take the next one. Take the next one. Carry that baggage and that luggage with you and pack it along the way, so that you can heal, so that you can be free, so that you can no longer keep yourself in bondage, so that you can no longer hold yourself back. That staircase was actually created for me, and to me it's a reflection of real life. And I've been afraid to move forward because of this or because of that. Like, I literally let my own thoughts and insecurities and feelings and emotions stop me. Why? 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 God is bigger. God is better. And He's created me in His image, so I can do it. And so can you. So keep moving forward and take the next step. Even if you have to do it scared. Just do it. Just do it. Take the next step. And you'd be amazed at how high you can go.